periodontal probe and probe the depth to see whether that is kind of a 1 to 1.5 millimeters. So in order to be able to do that, of course, it will be rather better to have this engaged by the tip of the probe, and the area where you have carved, right? The highest point at the area that you have carved should be the 2 points that you should take as a reference to measure the distance, thus to measure the amount of carving depth, right? So see where the line of carving is, right? And impinge it all the way down to the deepest part of the carved receipt and measure that depth through the graduations on the periodontal probe. Correct? Now, this action is not exactly what you're going to do inside the patient's mouth. Inside the patient's mouth, you're going to use a round burr, a football shaper for this purpose. Likewise, when time will come to carve it inside the patient's mouth, the cingulum receipts or ledges also is not going to be carved by clerodiscoids, but they're going to be carved by burrs. You rather better go with a cylindrical burr or a tapered burr or an inverted cone-shaped burr, like we have taught downstairs in the class. So let me show you how to carve a similar receipt. Okay. All right. Take your clerodiscoid. First, find out where the cingulum of that crown begins and ends, right? To me, this is something like that. All right? Now, what I'm going to try to do is to follow up this line and carve a cingulum receipt. Here, the most important thing is not to create a notch. This is not a cavity prep to be filled. Don't forget that, and always remember that this is something that you create for having the metal components called the rests engaged into. Try to remain in between two marginal ridges. Try to not to overpass too much the marginal ridges on both sides, and try to establish a nice shelf-like structure like I did show you here. Okay? We want it to be inverted cone shaped. Sorry, not inverted cone, but inverted V shape. So the middle part that will engage on top of that will be easily contacting to the receipt on a single point. This wall should be going upward directly without causing any indentation towards the long axis of the tooth or towards the pulpal direction. This wall should be parallel, at least parallel, to the path of insertion and removal. Never converging. It may be diverging, but never converging. Okay? All right. Any questions? For first carving line to the last carving line, or the corner of the pulpal and actual surfaces. Okay? I didn't say that. Yeah. Okay. So once again, while prepping that, you can use both cylindrical and inverted cone shaped burrs, and almost identical to the cylindrical you may be using the tapered burr too. So what I'm going to tell you, okay, while using the cylindrical burr or tapered burr, you should have the shank of the burr acting this way, right? Directly parallel to the longitudinal axis of the tooth. When you're going to use the inverted cone-shaped burr, you should have the shank of the burr perpendicular to the longitudinal axis of the tooth, this way. So you're going to hold it that way. Okay? Can you see it? No. Okay, I make it. Then we're good. All right. Once again, for the occlusal, you can go with the round burr, football shaped burr, or a very nicely curved, rounded edge, wide, tapered burr, which almost identically work with the round burr, but it will be less likely to cause any kind of undercut areas. Any questions, please?
So on my patient.
I'm coming.
Oh, thank you.
You can talk, I know that, but you know, some people may not hear.
Okay, so downstairs in the lab, I'm gonna do these preps first, then take an impression of that? Of the preps on the patient?
You are not supposed to do necessarily this preparation onto the cast.
What?
You can do the resin preps onto the cast and duplicate them under the patient's mouth, but this is not necessary. What you're gonna do, you will decide onto the diagnostic casts what you're gonna do as a mouth preparation inside the patient's mouth. Then once decided, once the final design is made, you're gonna execute the mouth preparations and make it the impression for the master cast.
You never,
Other questions?
you never carve on the model.
Say that again?
You will never carve on the model.
Oh, okay. So that's not
This
a,
is just
this is a demonstration of what to do in the mouth. Okay, okay.
but in real life, you will never carve on the model.
You just pour up the impression from the prep that you made in the mouth. So-
It should
okay.
be
That makes more sense.
1 to 1.5 millimeter in depth. Okay? I know that seems to be too deep to you, but this is the book knowledge, which is your textbook, which we follow. So don't get yourself confused with anything else. Just to follow the pattern, okay? I know well that 0.7 to 8 millimeters of chrome cobalt alloy may have as much resistance as necessary. And it can be working as good as a 1.5 millimeter rest if it's a cobalt chromium alloy, because it's very stiff and hard, right? But leave it aside, follow up the instructions for now, right?